So this video is about the Clever Coupler faster flushing adapter. Now you may have heard of Clever Coupler. It's a new type of technology which allows you to work on zone valves, bypass valves, lever valves, basically anything which is in line, where if you had to change the whole valves, you need play on the pipes to split them apart in order to remove the valve body and replace it. The Clever Coupler technology allows you to do this without needing to have any play on the pipes. It allows you to basically be able to move the valve body out just like how you would with a pump. So the connections on either side are going to be flat faced rather than actually a bit of pipe going in, secured with a fiber washer, and it allows you to basically slide the component in and out. Now you can retrofit these as well to existing zone valves and existing valves, etc. However, in this video I'm going to be focusing on the faster flushing adapter, which allows you to remove a zone valve when you're doing a power flush and replace it with a full bore bit of pipe. Basically it's a small adapter which replaces it and it's full bore, because the zone valves are massively restricted. So have a watch of the video and let me know your thoughts. I'm going to be using this as part of my power flushing arsenal going forward, as long as you've got space on the pipework to allow you to cut this in. I think it's a fantastic bit of kit. Have a watch of the video, let me know what you think. Happy days, have a good one. So on today's power flush, I'm going to be taking out the heating 2-port and adding in the faster flushing adapter. Now you can see there's zero restriction in there. It's full bore, so it should give us a better flow through the system as we're flushing and dumping to get better crud out of the system. Let's get this fitted and I'll show you how we do it. So this is the heating 2-port I'm going to be taking out and popping in the faster flushing kit here. So I'm going to undo the nuts, get this out of the way, and then I think we should have a bit of play. If not, I'm going to have to cut it above and below anyway to get the couplings on. So the way this will work, well, I'll show you when I put it on, but that will go onto there like that. These nuts will go onto the coupling and then that will hold it in place. So that's the faster flushing adapter in place. So I'll press 2 couplings above and below it. And now the theory is, once I'm finished with it, I've got these O-rings and other fiber washers. So they will go, the O-rings, double O-rings focus, will go onto there. And this you can retrofit into your existing zone valve. So that will go into there. And then that will basically become the middle section there. So you can, again, I'll just be able to undo those 2 nuts, slide the adapter out, and then slide the 2-port back in without having to try and move the pipework up and down. So this is just to show you a comparison of how restricted, even having a 2-port in the manually open position, you've got that ball in there and that really restricts the flow. I'm trying to see if I can get a good angle so you can see. But that's why the faster flushing kit, you get a full bore flow straight through that with no restrictions. So now I've finished the power flush, I need to remove this and put the zone valve back in. Now, if you remember, this I've literally just got under the 2 nuts and that will slide out. And to adapt that zone valve to fit into there, I'm going to be using the 2 inserts that I've got here. So these will go into the zone valve, 2 O-rings, which will go on either side here. That will just make sure that we create a watertight seal. And then we've got the vulcanized fiber washer, which will go in between the 2 nuts as well, just to make sure that it's all completely watertight. So now I'm going to just remove that and put in the old Honeywell zone valve. So first of all, let's just undo the 2 nuts on either side. So again, this is just going to make life a lot easier. You can literally just, obviously there'll be a little bit of water in there. So undo that. Right, so now this, I can literally just slide it out. And the existing zone valve, all I've got to do is these inserts with the O-rings and dab of silicone grease, that will just push into there. A little bit of persuasion. There we go. all the way in, and the other side, same thing. Just push them all the way in. Make sure it is completely flat. There we go. So that's in on both sides, facing down. And has this still got one of the fibre washers on it? No, one's come off of there, which is fine. We'll replace both the fibre washers anyway. So take that one off. Now, one fibre washer on the bottom one. We'll do this like we do a pump valve, so do one side first. So we've got a bit of play on there. So move that up. That will now literally just slide straight into there. Do up the bottom nut first, like so. And then top one, slide the fibre washer in. Okay, so now I've just got to knit those two up, but you can see now how easy that is to literally, if I ever need to change that zone valve, I can do the same thing. Literally undo those two, slide the zone valve out. Obviously in this one I've got a bit of play on the pipework, but if I didn't, I can slide that out, slide the new zone valve in, replace with the two new vulcanized fibre washers, and that sorts that problem out. So here's a side-by-side comparison of the restriction that you get in a zone valve compared to the faster flushing kit. So full bore, can't see through that, and that is fully open manually, but with the ball inside there, not in there, you can see how much of a difference that's going to make when you're power flushing. So here's a cross-sectional cutout of the faster flushing adapter and a typical 2-port valve, and you can see how restricted the 2-port is compared to the faster flushing adapter. Now for someone like me who does a lot of power flushing, if I've got the opportunity, if I've got the space and the pipework to remove the 2-port and replace it with the faster flushing adapter, it's something that's going to be part of my power flushing kit going forward. And any of the insert kits you can get from Clever Coupler directly. He also does his own zone valve kit as well, so have a look at the website, just Google Clever Coupler, it's the first page that comes up, and he's got loads of options on there. Get the bits that you need, and it will make your life a lot more easier when it comes to working with zone valves, working with bypass valves, anything in line. This will work on with a 22mm connection. They also do 28mm connections as well. So going forward, I'm just going to be buying either the zone valve kits or just the inserts themselves, so that I can retrofit onto existing zone valves or any existing valves to make it able to slide in and out like a pump would, rather than having to try and split the pipes apart. So yeah, check out the website, all the information's on there, and any other questions, just drop Ty a message on his Instagram page, Clever Coupler, and I'm sure he'll be happy to help.